Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to go a little bit back into the past, a Smash from the past, and I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite characters. This will be talking about my top 5 favorite Smash 4 characters, but it also will go back a little bit into the past, which you guys don't know way too much about, but I'll go into a little bit of detail about characters that I used to like, and I still like most of the characters that are actually on this list, so it's pretty nice. I like the characters that I used to like, but if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and comment down below who are your top 5 favorite Smash 4 characters and your top 5 favorite characters in all the Smash games together. Let's try to get this to like 10 likes. No, that's really easy, but I just picked a random number out of my head. Well, let's get this started right now. Captain Falcon has become a new favorite to me and many others on For Glory that also play this game. He is a very fast-paced person that is overall very strong, but this list isn't really all about tier lists. It's about what I personally like and what my favorites are. Falcon just emits an aura of awesomeness and just respect whenever I see him in a game. He's kind of like Ganondorf, but a little bit faster, so you can do a bit more disrespect per game. He has some of the funniest and best animations and moves in the entire game, and it's always just a joy to play. He's just fun to play, especially on stages with platforms. He is quick and lets me be a little bit reckless with his dash attack and just grabbing a lot. And if I'm really ever bored and I just want a little bit more fun in my life, I'll just play 1 or 2 games of Captain Falcon. Okay, so the reason I put Jigglypuff on this list of my top 5 favorite forever is much different than the rest of the people on this list. This is because she was one of my first mains back in Melee. I also did main Kirby, so there was that, but she was one of my first mains back in Melee. Now, at the time, I was super young, and I didn't really know how to do much, but I do remember that I always had a fun time playing as her. Forward air and side B were just a great deal of fun, and her smash attacks were also really good too. She had the great air mobility, and I could just spend all that time with those side Bs and neutral Bs. Now, I didn't know what down B did. I just thought that it just randomly made you fall asleep. I don't know. I don't know why. I didn't really know how to do anything fancy with Jigglypuff at the time. I wasn't very good at Melee, but playing as Jigglypuff always seemed to make my day and was just always a lot of fun to actually play as back then. Now it's not quite as fun to play her, but she is pretty fun in Smash 4 to boot. In the earlier days of the Smash Melees and Brawls and stuff, I really hated and dreaded this 2D man, the Game & Watch. He felt really slow and clunky to me, with terrible smashes and terrible everything, but with this new rendition, even though he still kinda sucks, I can always seem to find a great day out of a bad one whilst playing Game & Watch. His moves are really amusing, and his down throw side B is to die for. Have you seen my video where you get 2 kills with one? Down throw side B is just so good, especially with that 9. I would never think of maining him, I would never think of that, but he will always have a special place in my heart from now on. Pit was my numero uno for Smash Bros. Brawl. He wasn't great, but he wasn't really bad either. At the time, I was pretty terrible at the game, but Pit always seemed to make my games a lot more enjoyable. His down B, though, much better in the new game, was always one of the funnest things to do back then. At that time, my brother didn't know how to grab, so it seems to make me completely invincible on one of my sides, and that really felt awesome. Now that people know that you can grab out of it, it kind of ruins the move, but it was really great back then. He has some quick and powerful smashes, but could not kill very well at all in Smash Bros. Brawl. He can kill a little bit better in this new game, Smash 4. I always seem to be able to do the big damages and the big combos, but I could never seem to get the kills. Pit was definitely one of my favorites, and still one of my favorite people to play for fun and a little bit competitively today. Instead of the usual number 5 spot, today I have set Zero Suit Samus at the rightful number 1 place. Zero Suit is very similar to how Pit is to me. She was one of my mains back in Brawl, and I had a lot of fun, especially with that side B, and that won me quite a bit of games. That was essentially how I played her completely, but it was a very good move back then. But unlike Pit, I still really enjoy her a ton in this game. Pit's not quite as much, but Zero Suit Samus is definitely one of my favorites. In Brawl, she was okay, but in this new game, her boots add a really fast-paced mode to her where I can go quick, get some good aerials, and just do a lot of stuff in the air. Her up B, she has so much new stuff that I do like quite a bit. Her new smashes and her old smashes, all pretty good, and there's some nice, fun new moves that Nintendo had given her in this new game, Smash 4. She's a quick, combo-heady character, but she can still space, which I like a lot, and that's just one of the best things about Zero Suit Samus in my opinion. Zero Suit Samus has given me hours of enjoyment of playing her in this brand new game, versus friends or versus foe, and have allowed me to win quite a few tournaments online. Even though I'm still not the best, it was quite good. She's always a great deal of fun, and she's very strong. She has and will always be one of my favorite Smash Bros characters for all of the eternities. If you did like this video, make sure to press that like button or add it to your favorites, because I know that everybody adds videos to their favorites and it would mean quite a bit if you did so. But if you did enjoy, press that like button and comment in the description down below who are your current top 5 favorite people in Smash 4 and who are your top 5 favorite forever. This video is a kind of mix, it kind of says both, but if you want a more in-depth for 5 for the Smash 4, or more in-depth for Melee, 64, or Brawl, then say in the comment section below and I will eventually get to that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Meep.